Get into the secret library. I guess we're in the dormitory section. Lower library. Yeah, we should use the main door though, instead of the secret door. It gets us closer to where we really want to be. Wait a minute. Why can't it show the map that I'm actually on? Lower libraries. Yeah, definitely far, far, far to the south somewhere. There should be no question about that. How exactly do we get there? So we're here somewhere?
My memory of such things is getting garbled.
Northeast. This makes no sense.
Old I must be, but back then
Where
we
exactly
could trust
am I?
each other. I do remember that. This book to be found now. Surely it is a bad sign.
Silence. Kataka is about to begin.
This passage here speaks to us now. Very powerful. Savor temporalis nundame. Cor malus.
When the progress of time ceases, the one will be appointed.
No. Cor malus. Reportorta invisita bloom.
The evil ones will be pointed out for all to see.
When the progress of time ceases? What could it mean?
We must wait and watch. The meaning of the prophecy will become clear in time.
Wait, after I found your precious book? No. When time stops, the evil will be pointed out, or whatever she said. Don't you want to know what we're up against?
What would you do? Stop time with your bare hands? You cannot make the prophecies come to pass, thief. It is folly to think so.
You can't, but maybe I can. I could break into the clock tower in Stone Market, find some way to stop the clock from running.
Perhaps the stone market clock could be considered a symbol of time. But if you are suggesting sabotage...
You would accomplish nothing, except further enraging the Hammerites.
With Kataka so close to discovering the Brethren and betrayer, Garrett.
I'm not going to sit around doing nothing. That's your job.
Fool! I forbid you to go to the clock tower or to interfere with the prophecy in any way.
You forget. I don't take orders from you.
He has left, First Keeper Olin.
Yes. I can see that.
So what now? Clock tower. I think I'll go directly there. We could appease the pagans a little bit, but at the same time we are still allied. So it might anger Hammerites, but we also have a lot of room for
Is it back? What? Did I just see something?
improvement there. Just hunt down undead and other things.
Oh, that got my heart going. And all for nothing. Ah, well.
My one night away from the pub, and he's tied up with some part-timey work down the docks. How's that for no good luck? Bit of an odd one. Oh, beer.
Sure, by what? Okay. I thought it might be more valuable, but random food is pretty much random, I guess. Not particularly valuable.
Evening, officer.
Hey, I see you, Taffer. Prepare to die.
I'm off!
Aha!
There should be a place where we can buy extra crap.
Looking for something special today? Let me know, Garrett. Hey, ever think of having a partner? Someone to keep a lookout while you're picking a lock, that sort of thing? I have some thieving experience, and you just want to shop, I bet. Sure. Someone told me your place is over in South Quarter, Garrett. Yeah, that's not too far from here. Maybe I can see it sometime, or... Oh, you're probably real busy and everything.
Flashbox. Those are what I actually do want. But again, we don't need that many. It's
Thanks
water
for
arrows
shopping,
that we are
Garrett.
really missing.
Come back soon.
And it doesn't look like we're gonna get them from here.
I just know you'll love your purchase.
Still, we're not exactly empty on water arrows. So I don't think we need to go.
Garrett, what is it about you? Guess I just like the quiet type. And me being a chatterbox and all.
Metal gems. So we have 6,000 cash. How many arrows do we have? 8. That's uncomfortably little. Yeah, that's a bit too evil. I thought we might have something like a 15. 8 is something that can run out real fast. Go here. So yeah, I'm taking it back. I'll go and buy some. Nah, okay. Let's just go. If it causes problem, we'll handle it some other way.
Something move? Not sure.
Tamara.
My blessings aid thee.
Yes. Wait. You're the armory shopkeeper.
Okay, hold it together, Scully. First, find that golden dagger, and drop it off in St. Edgar's donation box. I want that reward from Mr. Brent, that's for sure. I told him I work alone. He didn't listen, so I had to show him a thing or two. Thing one being my right fist. Thing two being my left. Now he knows I ain't kidding.
We actually just dumped the dagger somewhere else.
Build her walk with thee.
This is bad.
Why am I so paranoid? Aha! I know you're there, and this should be fun. I can't see!
Yep,
Where
folks.
is... Oh boy, not good. Is that a... Yeah, I'm beginning to see again. About taffing time, too.
Okay, are you gonna do something?
I know what I seen. You. Why don't you just come out and we'll have us a nice little fisticuffs? What the heck? Must have run off. Now who am I gonna clobber?
I did not intend to get distracted like this. Still, since we are here, I think we've stolen the same loot a few times already. Okay. We needed to... What the hell did we need to turn this to? Some collection box in front of St. Edgar's, maybe? Yeah, I'd like to try to do it now if I can.
There it is. Thought I see something.
Just to get it over with. I suppose tomorrow we should be able to get the actual money then. Still, the dagger is now there.
You with the hood, out of the way.
Okay, clock tower.
Builder, let my hand strike true. Builder in the work I do. He who measureth the worth of his life by counting his gold is he who measureth the worth. If a beam taketh 6 nails to place,
With moss or gas?
if thou useth 5, then be thou a cheap and careless fool. If thou useth 7, then be thou a wastrel with no pride.
Do I gain access? Break into the Stone Market Clock Tower via the upper story access pipe in the Stone Market Plaza.
Art thou well? Hello.
What? Via the upper story access pipe in the Stone Market Plaza. Upper story access pipe. What? Can I do it from this map then? Screw it.
I just see. You've seen it too, right? I hope you're ready for this.
So it was basically right in front of us, and we exited the Keeper facility.
Bloody hell! I mean, don't hurt me! Out on the street. Just yikes! Now I saw that. Who's over there? Oh, I've got a feeling that meant trouble. Aha! Now it's go time. That got him running. When you get down from there, I'll be ready.
Yeah.
Coward, how did you get there?
I'm amazing.
The Keepers are waiting for time to stop on its own, but I think their prophecy needs a little push. The Stone Market Clock Tower is so tall, you can see it all the way from Alldale. If there's a way to stop time, then this is it. I made it inside the tower. Now I just have to figure out how to sabotage it. It's centuries old, and they say its gears have killed more men than the city's guillotine. It'll be full of Hammerites, too. Some of them spend their whole lives here maintaining it. They're not going to let me throw a wrench in their clockworks. Not without a fight. I'll be making my way down from the top. With a little luck along the way, I can figure out how to turn the thing off. Let's just hope my way of dealing with the prophecies is more productive than the Keeper's, or this could be a big waste of time.
Yeah, it's a full level. Definitely a stupid thing to go in with only 8 water arrows. And ooh, we have a map. So, reach the base. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about 9, 10 levels. This is gonna be fun. But could there be specialty loot clock tower? Well, I don't particularly care. Doesn't particularly matter either. Hammerites are gonna hate us. Well, they were the easier one to actually appease, so that's not really a problem for me.
Tis nothing, 'tis a strange nothing.
These machines could crush me flat. Better keep on my toes.
Yeah, it looks like... Is that going to be actually west? Or not? Yeah, thieving is not really a consideration because we need 60% loot to finish level anyway. I can't exactly not steal. I think I'll avoid killing. Seems like a much more reasonable limitation.
I hear thee very well, trickster spawn. If thou'lt quiet, perhaps we shall hear it again.
In the coming days, the Builder's wrath shall smite the pagan heretics. Some wilt go to Fort Ironwood in Old Quarter, some wilt remain here, that the clock lose no second of marked time. 'Tis a worthy thing to strike for the Builder, but 'tis also a great and worthy thing to shoulder the burden of two when thou do his work. Good enough.
Builder will reveal thee to me.
Just seeing if there's any extra loot to be picked.
What it was I didst hear. Let the Builder guide thee, brother, and we shall find our intruder.
There seems nothing there now.
Clock murdered one of them, didn't it? Well, that's not my problem, is it? As they said, people die. So we're, I guess, here. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be a larger area then. Or rather the one after this.
Who has made that noise?
There's no noise.
No longer.
Journal of Father Debeau. Any smith can divide an ingot into 20 and 4 pieces of equal weight. Any forger can split a rod into 60 shavings, set them to a bolt. It is good work, but common. Only these brethren in mine keeping can split a day into 20 and 4 pieces, can split an hour into 60 shavings of equal time. He hath set his will, not against our success, but against our sloth. So must we be shaped ever stronger in his forge. But this at times overmuch for me, and I seek the remedy I had purchased for myself at great cost. The alchemy of time hath made of the grape a solace for the builder's trials. None but mine own lips shall taste of it. To name myself his tool as greater than the work was Carus's folly and sin, and I shall not follow that path. Was also the folly of Gradus, and was punished for it. For no sooner had he issued invitation to all to witness, as he drank from the chalice, then waste it stolen away. There was stolen away. Yeah, builders were golems. What is that?
I don't know about stopping time, but this should let me stop the clockworks.
Come on, turn around so I can build that container.
What sound dost come? I doth worry o'er much.
Okay. Doesn't look like water arrows are gonna be all that useful here anyway, so in a way. It's a great place not to have all that many water arrows. Shit. This guy's carrying something. We have to get it. Probably a key. No, it's a pouch. Maybe.
When the trickster came, the man who has built his house of straw didst see it fall, and the man who has built his house of twigs didst see it fall. But the man who hadst taken care and built his house of stone didst laugh at the trickster and was rendered immune to his beguilings.
%, so there's not much loot here.
Curse it! I hath been robbed!
Handful of loot items and only 12%. Brethren, thy time is not thine own. Its needs must be devoted to the greater work of our order. When thou takest thy repast, have care that thou dost not congregate with thy fellows, lest thou lure thyself and thy fellows into delay. Proper time for prayer mayst be taken at dawn, at noon, at over eventide, and at night. Yeah, he should be fairly easy to take down, so I think we'll pass. I'll try to just sneak around him. It's a fairly predictable, easy path.
Shield me from the chaotic one, the trickster in the woods, who lures the fool and entices with drink and promise of plenty. Where hast it gone? There, again. Whatever is that?
That was a mistake.
Where art thou? Strange. Tis nothing, and mine imagination dost run too free.
Yep, that must be it. In many ways, it does make sense to get rid of these guys, though, because they do notice a lot of things. So, in a tougher situation, would have been basically cost us.
Tis come again? Huh?
'Tis not my hammer alone that thou shalt face.
For fuck's sake, take the items. You can see an arrow sticking through there. I have to say I hate these containers and I'm stuck here anyway. Because why do they have to be so big? I can't see what's in any of the containers, and if I try to jump in, it's very likely get stuck. So it's like, what? This would be probably the maximum size of a container I would allow. if you want to go with the system that you have to actually pick things up. Alternatively, you have the area where the items are much higher in the container, so you don't have to pick them up from the bottom. It's just, yeah, it doesn't. I need to take these guys out, simply because it's otherwise too much trouble to loot from the containers. That's where we need to go. Yeah, the son of a bitch. They put it on a pedestal. Yeah, that's why it's so tough to actually get access to. And I'm stuck. Fuck you, game. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. In many ways, that's a minor thing. But in other ways, it's a regular. I'm basically regularly having to struggle to play normally. Yeah. Can I get out? I cannot. At the same time, I can't loot from the outside. I have to do something to actually see in, and yeah, I'm totally stuck. But I'm not in the flying mode this time, so I'm wondering if even if I load, I mean save and load, can I even get out? See, this is the kind of I just don't get it. I mean, why would you do anything? Yeah, I'm totally stuck here. I can't get out. I can't do anything. I can't crouch. I can't. So. Fuck. Yep. Died being trapped in the box. So, yeah.
The Keepers are waiting for time to stop on its own, but I think their prophecy needs a little push.
Yeah, I'm ending the recording here. This would have been totally impossible in the previous games. Now I fucking that. It's hard to explain the experience of playing this game. The missions themselves, they aren't terrible by any means, but because there is no real lack of rope arrows and such, they haven't been all that complicated either. I mean, there's no large areas with good patrol patterns or things like that, so everything feels contained. The individual guards trying to evade them, it's not all that unsimilar to what it is in the other games, but there's no large sort of a guard system that I've encountered really. I guess the Hammerite Cathedral might have been the best one so far in that sense, but this game has a lot of filler with running through town. It's not terrible, but at the same time, I have to say I never missed anything remotely like that in the first and second game. 2, I never managed to get stuck, so that I basically had to restart a level to kill myself and restart a level to be able to get unstuck. So it's having to even having the risk of that happening to you. You sort of the biggest struggle I've had in this game is to loot a container. That's where most of my struggles are, because it either gets stuck in the container, although that was the first one, and I'm certainly not doing that again. Simply, it's much better to get stuck in the floating animation than to get stuck inside the container, or it gets stuck flying endlessly over the ground. So, and in a thieving game, loading containers is a very big part of it. So it's like playing sort of a watered down thief game, and once every 5 minutes someone comes and slaps you in the face with a hand. That's basically the Thief 3 experience so far. Fuck this game.